So give me one thing that you've learned since you started working here that you didn't expect to learn. So I'm out here at this small, it's kind of a barn dominium. It looks sharp.
Yeah.
But we're out here kind of right on the state line, and you've been out here doing excavation. You just finished septic with me today.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing.
So I've been doing all the utilities here. I did do a little bit of the foundation dig, but Nick did most of that. So this is the third septic that I've done in my life, but I've never done one in Washington, so that was a new experience.
Yeah, there's more different requirements between the two state lines. It's always catchy for us to make sure we know where we're at, know what we're doing. What about the interaction between building in the country versus building in the city? Talk a little bit about that.
It's a lot easier to build out here.
For sure.
So much more room to place things. There's way less coordination that has to happen between you and other people around you. You don't have to haul off any material if you don't want to. Like, obviously we have it all stored here, so we can use it if we need to, and we don't have to worry about trucking anything back in.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate not having to export. The other aspect of just having room to work away from other subs, like sometimes it seems like, okay, it's cheaper to build in the town because, well, you end up with less of an expanse. But ultimately, when you're working on top of each other and you're crossing utilities and all that, it just kind of compounds to the point of, well, we didn't really save anything at all, did we?
You just waste a lot of time, and time is money.
You hit one thing, and it's
gosh.
all shot. So there's that as well.
So if you want to get into the industry, I think the best way is to find an operator who's willing to teach, which I know in this industry can be difficult. So we're pretty lucky to have Nick, who is willing to teach. Starting off as a laborer, that's what I was for a while, and then backfilling actually was the thing that I started being able to do, and then that kind of transitions into digging utilities, and eventually do foundations, and then just more complicated things from there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
this is just like any other industry. You're going to start small. You're going to be the humble guy.
Yep.
Be willing to put in your sweat, and I think in general, if you find those salty old dogs and you really care,
yeah,
if you care, they're willing to teach you. They
Yep.
just need you to care. So, yeah.
Yeah.
How's that going, working with a salty dog like Nick?
It's a lot of fun. Nick's a salty guy, but he's funny. And once you get him to open up, he really does.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy working with him.
So give me one thing that you've learned since you started working here that you didn't expect to learn.
Speed costs you a lot of time in the long run.
Yeah, you can hack out a trench and then end up fighting it with a shovel, right?
Yep.
What else?
Do it right, do it once.
Yeah, for sure.
And plan like really long term, like, will I have to dig this up potentially in the next 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody wants to do that.
Yeah. Keeping your spoils separate, keeping your topsoil away from your clay. That's like, I think the first thing that I had to slow down on. It's just like, it seems so easy to just dig a trench and not worry about it. But man, if you can learn to just recognize the color and separate those things and always keep it tidy, it saves you so much down the road. And then it also blesses the customer, because now they don't end up with land that they gotta over excavate and try to figure out what's going on underground. If they want to add something on, they've got good fill material they can work with.
Yep.
I think that's really what separates an excavator apart from, the hacks. And that's the sort of thing that customers don't know anything about and can get really taken advantage of.
Yeah, I think excavation was one of those things that the average person just thinks you're digging a hole, and it's way more than that. There's so much that goes into it. You're a surgeon, and when you're doing heart surgery and you got to put everything back together, you got to do it the right way, and you got to do it efficiently. And if you have everything scattered everywhere, you're going to do a bad job.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being on the team.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.